craniosacral therapy in some ways is considered by some people to be just like, Reiki is the same thing. That stuff can't work. You're using energy, you're using light touch. If light touch worked, then, people would be, messed up by anything that comes their way. And there's quite a bit that's sort of incorrect about that. One is that you don't have to necessarily always know how something works in order to know that it works. And so, sometimes people will come down on one theory or another and they say, well, that can't be true because something else isn't true. But when you think about how people understand how their world works, there's a very strong orientation to sort of believe what works for them. And, so a lot of times people will cast this kind of work as faith healing. Mm-hmm. And that's where particularly the whole babies and dogs standard is particularly helpful because, babies and dogs don't go around having a belief system that is inherent before any kind of this work can actually make a difference. Mm-hmm. And the other thing too, I think, is that there's another stereotype of the granola person, the person who sort of believes in a lot of spiritual stuff which may or may not have any basis in what's actually happening in that particular situation. I don't happen to be that way. I do know some people who are, but for me, because I come from a scientific background, I just find myself doing the work and looking at what happens and just finding that it has been historically just a tremendously powerful modality. And I personally have my own theories about why it works, which can be pretty complex and involved, but I think the question that it works is really a pretty significant one.